Ukraine crisis. It was just about this time last night when the sounds of explosions and fighter jets began to tear through the dark and quiet in Ukraine.
And we've since learned those sounds were a series of Russian missile strikes, followed not long after by a ground assault, launching the largest conventional conflict in Europe since World War II.
Many Ukrainians grappling with the stark reality that war has arrived in their backyard. 12 News reporter Kim Kalunian begins our in-depth coverage tonight. Kim?
Well, Shannon and Mike, Ukraine's president says in the invasion's first day, 137 Ukrainians were killed in battle. Another 316 were wounded. Tonight, a congressman tells me the country is bracing for another round of violence. In a late-night speech Thursday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said his people are not afraid to defend their country, and they are not afraid of Russia. The remarks coming at the close of a day that began with missile fire under the cover of darkness, a move that resulted in the U.S. imposing even harsher sanctions against Russia. And although an additional 7,000 U.S. troops are deploying to NATO allies in the region, President Biden reiterated that U.S. soldiers will not engage in combat with Russia in Ukraine. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin warns any country trying to interfere will face consequences like they have never seen.
Is he threatening a nuclear strike?
I have no idea what he's threatening. I know what he has done.
We expect that the capital, Kiev, will be under attack very shortly.
Massachusetts Congressman Jake Auchincloss among the lawmakers briefed on the situation in Ukraine Thursday evening.
The Ukrainian president is handing out weapons to every man and woman in Ukraine who wants to fight.
Auchincloss says his own great-grandparents fled Ukraine before World War I. He says democracy itself is at stake.
We need to stand up to that autocratic, despotic view of the world. Vladimir Putin needs to understand that while wars may be simple and even popular to start, they are a nightmare to end. And this needs to become a nightmare for him.
And Auchincloss tells me he expects this conflict to go on for quite some time. Meanwhile, Ukraine has declared martial law, implementing an overnight curfew and barring men ages 18 to 60 from leaving the country. I'm Kim Kalunian, 12 News.